to have me drop it. My mother and different people, they're just always trying to do that. That's a long story. I'm attacked all the time. They're taking me down financially. I can't work. They don't let me keep a job or a house. They're about to take my car away. They've already made my family ill. They don't even believe me. They've turned everyone against me. They've isolated me in the process of the brainwash so that there's no witnesses for 4 years. Now I'm trying to go public to save myself, and it's too late. And they won't stop. And it's the right thing to do. I can't, now that I know, I won't condone it. I won't turn the other cheek. There's too many people dying, the next generation, my nieces and nephews. It needs to be told. Somebody has to do it, even if I'm already dead. I already know they're already targeting me for cancer, probably. It's too late. I might as well do something. Religiously, I have to do something about it. I can't turn the other cheek because then I'm part of the problem.
Tell me, have you ever filed a lawsuit before against the government?
No.
You've never filed anything in the District of Columbia?
No. But whenever you call 911, you're picked up in the radar. Whenever you go to EEOC, you're picked up in the radar. Whenever you try to file a regular civil suit, you're picked up in the radar. If you're a civil rights attorney, you're in the radar. If you look at the website, all the black people who tried to be in politics, I was sent information, all cancer deaths. All my sources and books written by CIA or by journalists died. Cancer, brain, Kennedy, the recent Kennedy. The other fashion, Jim Keefe, human engineering, mass control, he died he was pushed or something, or suicide, or it's all, and you can never prove it. They're all dead. Everyone who has tried to expose this is deceased. There's a few, and if they don't know everything, but they were involved, or they're fugitives, it's rare. It really is rare. Airplane crashes, death rays, melting an engine from 250 miles away, piece of cake. You're on that plane, they want you dead. People were called, don't get on that plane on 9/11. They wanted to save them. I can go on and on and on. I was choked every time I went to see an attorney where I almost died. And then my aunt is framed by the police department for trying to murder a baby in the crib. People are telling me they're choking their friends by just looking at them as little girls. I'm like, what? This is technology. This is unbelievable. I just put it all together. All this weird stuff, breach. When you join the bureau, weird things start to happen in the movie. It does. It's just common sense in my experience, in my body, what they put me through. And then the technology and the other people and the other folks I talk to, we all compare notes. It's just it's unbelievable. It's so easy to identify now. I can identify anyone who's a victim, unwittingly or wittingly. Subtle transmission, subtle thought, subtle urge, or strong anger. I can go on and on of how they've experimented and killed people and mistaken identity, stalking.
All right, now I asked you a few seconds ago if you have ever filed any other lawsuit, and you said no. Am I correct?
The District of D.C., yeah.
How many lawsuits have you filed against the U.S. government?
This is it, yes.
You mean you've never
before. I have a lawsuit with a tenant.
Well, then why is it, according to LoisLawSchool.com, and this is a quote, this is Marielle Torgman's second case alleging that the United States government has engaged in decade-long surveillance of herself and others.
It is the same pleading, the same court. It is the same. It was just done 2 weeks before. It is the same complaint. It's amended, but one at the FedEx counter. I was in the process of mailing it. It was taken from the counter. Somebody walked away with it, and they won't release the surveillance tape. So somebody got my complaint in their hands, and it's got errors in it that I was transmitted to omit Donald Rumsfeld from one of the pages. I had to redo. I redid the complaint and refiled it. I don't have an attorney. I don't know what to do. I don't want it. I think it's going to have to go in appeals. But it's basically the same complaint within a month or two in July of last month.
And you last filed your documents. You last filed your documents on July the 20th. Am I correct? And the judge was Judge John D. Bates.
Yes. The 7th, he dismissed it, and I already sent a motion. Well, attorneys tell me that's typical, but I already sent a motion to vacate or something along those lines, and I'm looking for an attorney. I'm looking for help. The second thing is when this document went to the chief judge desk, it was switched, and the girl had to go to his desk and switch it to the correct one with naming names of assassinations. So the chief judge almost got the wrong one, and the cover sheet from the FedEx counter, I don't know why it wasn't followed, and I called the courthouse, the court clerk, and I asked them to please make sure that the right one gets in front of the judge and that it gets filed correctly without the wrong case. So I finally got it the right way, and they finally got it, and now I need an attorney, and that's where it's at. But no, it is one and the same case.
All right,
it's an 87-page document.
Okay, but the thing is that your case has been thrown out of court right now.
Correct. And I'm told that's typical, and the FBI and everyone else is going to try to dismiss it. That's the kind of the normal, but I do want it to be in the hands of the Supreme Court. But that is, I was told from attorneys who are going through the same thing, who are in Asia right now with this Iraq and Guantanamo transmissions and all that's going on that I'm trying to get out. This is typical of some judges, and they won't even read it. They're just delighted with cases. They won't. There's a woman who was a CIA agent in Iraq, Susan Landauer. They did the same thing to her. They incarcerated her. They told her she was mentally ill, and then they let her go, documenting all these doctors were incorrect, and she's never been mentally ill. And then I have a friend in California, the same thing, and the test results were tampered with, just like the voting results. The World Wide Web has been hijacked. I can go on and on and on. The
Sure you can.
That go on.
Listen, you and I have to... Explanation. Our guest this hour is Mirel. Her website, www.exposingalltruth.com. What would you like to tell the world? Here's your opportunity. You've got 2 minutes. Tell them what you want to tell them.
Oh my gosh, courage, please. And I am seeking an attorney. I haven't been able. I've been sabotaged, and I hope that I'm not discredited and slandered like Al Gore or any of the other people who try to tell the truth with seismic waves and whatnot. And if I can interview, I will gladly provide anyone with details and information of my experience day to day for 4 years of accumulated facts and documentation of how I can prove and help the world, because I know it's too late for me, but if there's anyone out there who has the courage to bring this out and expose this, to dismantle the CIA, there's radio interview talks from doctors and deceased people who will say it in a better way, who have credibility if they don't believe me. I'm really just trying to do the right thing and just to warn people. And hopefully they won't take me down. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Don't you think that if they were going to take you down, they would have done it before now?
They can't. It's too late. I've already gone public.
So?
And they can in a way where they can't prove it, where I can't prove it, and no one can do anything about it. The best way right now to deal with me, because I won't stop. For 4 years I told them they're messing with the wrong woman. The best way to deal with me is to discredit me completely. They have no other choice. I backed them up against the wall. Through the not today, but a year ago. I forced them.
How did you do that? Tell us how you did that. Yeah.
I have an email that I sent in January, and I hope that this is not affecting my case, because the NSA recruited it for a new attorney when I prepared my suit in May 28th when I was attacked and when I was threatened. They started to recruit for a new attorney. I that this doesn't hurt my kid, that they can't use.
You've got about 30 seconds. You've got 30 seconds.
Okay. In January of, I believe I want to say '09, I changed history. I started to say I'm going to expose this and create a website, a paper with facts of a website, and they tried to cover everything up historically in the news, in the media, creating war, creating cover-ups of Apollo, of a shuttle going up in the air, of the piracy, of different things that I was putting, as I was writing in my computer, I was creating them to cover their tracks with every accusation I made. They created in real life to discredit me. It is incredible how much money I have generated and how they manipulate the economy and how I watched Project Mockingbird in action.
All right, listen, we've got to say so long for tonight, Marielle. Thanks very much for joining us. Be safe out there. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye now.